Sand coin, which we need to, whoops. Basically, we need the sand coin to progress in the focus tower. But before heading to the focus tower, we gotta get this elixir to Kaylee, because she's currently dying. And I don't even remember what I was talking about before. I remember talking about, like, planning things and whatnot. Trying to streamline things to make life easier on my brain. But yeah, it is what it is. But that is not where I came from. This is where I came from. No, that is where I came from. I'm dumb. Luckily this is the casual playthrough, not the speed run. I remember when I used the term speedrun very loosely. That one time I played Mystical Ninja on my birthday. I tried to do a drunk speedrun, and I didn't know. I still don't really know like any of the strats and whatnot for Mystical Ninja. All I knew was like I'm just kind of like going straight from objective to objective, not caring about whether or not I pick up, you know, like the bonus cats or talk to people or whatever, because I know this game well enough to just do it, just play the game. And it still ended up taking me, not only taking me 4 hours, but like most speedrunners or most people who run Mystical Ninja can complete it in like less than 2, at least. I'm fairly sure it's even more, or even less time than that. I think like an hour and a half. Here's the elixir, Spencer and Aquaria. And they're just like, just go through the focus tower. And the thing is, like, you need these coins to get through the focus tower to get where you need to go. But at the same time, it just sounds like anyone can just go through the focus tower to go to other places, and it ain't no thing. I don't know, maybe it's just me? Maybe everyone just has a sand coin? I don't know. I don't think that I don't think they thought that plot point quite through. I'm gonna go to level forest real quick. Because there was a chest here that had heal potions. I want to see if I have to fight all of these monsters to get to it. I didn't mean to fight them, but these bombs will kill them. There's a little bit of extra experience I wouldn't have gotten otherwise. Okay, so jumping is just always forward. Oh, wait, I have a... The axe can chop trees down. I forgot about that. And apparently trying to jump over the slime just makes it so that, like, I fight them anyway. So you can't jump over enemies. So I will not be farming this location for heal potions, but I do want some heal potions. I just don't feel like fighting all of these enemies, like, every time. Especially when I'm using bombs just to get through them quickly. Because bombs are of limited supply. There, got some heal potions. Alright, so let's go to the Focus Tower. Focus Tower is a place that we'll be visiting a lot. Actually, there's Battlefield here. Let's do the Battlefield first. But the Focus Tower is kind of like a central dungeon that we're going to be going into a lot. Because it kind of acts as like a central hub between all of these areas. In fact, if it reminds me of anything, it reminds me of the Central Tower in Final Fantasy Legend. Where, like, you... I mean, it's still kind of the same sort of... it's even the same sort of, like, plot structure here. Where we started off, you know, doing this part of the story. Then we go into the Focus Tower. Then that will lead us to the next part of the story, and when we do our objective there, then we go back to the Focus Tower and go into the third part of the story. That's how Final Fantasy Legend is on the Game Boy, which is the one that wasn't actually a Final Fantasy game. They just called it Final Fantasy over here to increase sales because Final Fantasy was well known as an RPG series over here, and you know, Saga wasn't. People say the same thing about Final Fantasy Adventure because it's the first Seiken Densetsu game. I know it's a tangent, but I don't know. In fact, I've said that before. The very first time I played Final Fantasy Adventure on the channel, I mentioned that, you know, a lot of people think, oh yeah, that's the first Mana game. That doesn't count as a Final Fantasy game. They just called it Final Fantasy to increase sales. When that isn't true, because while it was called Seiken Densetsu, the subtitle for Seiken Densetsu was Final Fantasy Gaiden. So it was a Final Fantasy game. It was a Final Fantasy side game that split off into its own series, kind of like Wario Land, where Wario Land was Super Mario Land 3, and then there was Wario Land 2, Wario Land 3, Wario Land 4. It's the same sort of thing, where it was Seiken Densetsu, Final Fantasy Gaiden, but then Seiken Densetsu 3 and Seiken Densetsu 2 and 3, and technically 4, Rise of, or was it, what was 4? Rise of Mana? That's the fourth one, and then that has spin-off of its own, like Legend of Mana and Hero of Mana, and Sword of Mana is a remake of Final Fantasy Adventure, but you know, it became its own series. It's very detached from Final Fantasy. Gargoyle's Quest kind of did the same thing, although much like Wario Land, it was still very much related to the Ghosts and Goblins kind of setting. Let's kill that basilisk first. Okay. I don't know if I've played... I haven't played Gargoyle's Quest on here. Gargoyle's Quest was like an action RPG-ish spin-off of Ghosts and Goblins for the Game Boy. And then that had like its own... I mean, it even had Ghosts and Goblins in the title. It was called Gargoyle's Quest Ghosts and Goblins is what it said on the title screen. Then there was Gargoyle's Quest 2, which in Japan was also released on the Game Boy, but was also released worldwide on the NES. And then Demon's Crest, which is the third game in the series, that was on the SNES. Oh, I cast Quake in confusion. I mean, I'm not big on Ghosts and Goblins, because I don't like to play super hard games. I don't find them fun. But I did enjoy Gargoyle's Quest quite a bit. I thought that was pretty fun. I played all three of them. I think worms are weak to X. Yep. Oh, they're called sandworms. I went this entire time without making a Dune reference. What's wrong with me? I need to watch that movie again at some point. I have it on DVD. I got it from my my old roommate. There was one point, I think I might have mentioned this before, there's a lot of stuff that I repeat on here because my life is just so interesting that I have such a diverse wealth of topics to discuss But some point after back when I was in Virginia, you know, in my my last few years there, obviously I was you know, I moved out of the house and had a roommate who was half brother of a friend of mine. Actually, yeah. Tom has been in videos. He was in. He provided unknown guest commentary in Resident Evil. I forgot about that. He just like he'd come upstairs. Like Greg and I were playing Resident Evil. He'd come upstairs to do his laundry, and then like he just kind of came in and was watching Greg play. And he must have known that we were recording. That's why we were talking so much while playing the game, because he knew that I was a Let's Player. He knew what I was doing in regards to like videos. And Captain Mac will be crucial to our quest. Girl named Phoebe can help you. Don't go into Aquaria. Maybe you'll find her along the way. See ya. But yeah, he just like. He must have known that we were recording, but like, because normally he didn't want to, you know, be featured in any of the videos. But then like he just started like he was commenting on the game along with us, and it was fun. And then like as soon as we mentioned as soon as we cut like we mentioned that he was in the video, and we cut, and he just like goes downstairs. Like, well, I guess I was on the video. That's my phone. But anyway, not too long after we had moved into the house that we were in, I was in that house for like 4 years. He was downsizing his DVDs and stuff because he mostly watched movies and whatnot on streaming services, and he wasn't really going to do much with his Blu-rays and DVDs anymore. So he said that like he was going to try to. Is this out? That's out. Okay. I was just kind of exploring the area and finding out if there were any side areas I could go to, and apparently not. But anyway, he was trying to get rid of his DVDs, but he said like before he started selling any of them off, which I don't think he ever did sell any of them. I know that he gave a bunch of stuff back to his sons because those were their DVDs, but like he said that I could, like whatever didn't belong to his sons, I could have if I wanted. And I got like a whole crap ton of DVDs from him that day, I'll tell you. Use the sand coin to open that door, by the by. And one of those DVDs was Dune. And a lot of those DVDs I still haven't watched yet. I got like the entire series of Babylon 5, and I haven't watched that yet. I've seen most of Babylon 5, I think. I actually got it through Netflix back when I still got Netflix DVDs in the mail. Fire spell. And, at some point, they gave me like a DVD out of order. Because it wasn't available, and they just shipped me the next one. Because I was watching the DVDs in order, is the problem. And I'm like, well, no, that's going to mess everything up. And they just like sent me the next DVD. I'm like, you know, okay, I'm just going to stop watching Babylon 5 because it's just going to be all mixed up, and I don't like that. So I stopped watching it, and then I got all 5 season box sets of Babylon 5 on DVD. Actually, while I'm doing this, let me just check what this is. I got a email regarding a shipment that I have coming from Japan. Yeah, okay. Oh, that was a confirmation from the shipper. It's saying it'll be here on Monday. Cool. I ordered a few weeks ago. I ordered something from. I put in an order from Fangamer. Got 2 more T-shirts and the 2 Game Boy Works books. But they're backed up because of COVID. they said they have a lot of delays in shipping stuff out, and that stuff hasn't shipped yet, which is understandable. I cast fire on myself in confusion. Unexpected attack. Is it always an unexpected attack now? I sure hope not. I should probably cure myself. But I got something from CS Toys. I think it's like I got the mini Pla figure for the new show that's on Zenkaiger. I decided I'll go ahead and just and if they're available, I'll get the mini Pla figures for the new mecha. And they have the mini Pla set out for the combination with the red and yellow. Zenkaio Juragaon. And I was also able to get an SH Figure Arts of Boken Red. And those shipped out like yesterday, I think. And DHL just sent me an email saying it's on the way and they'll be there by the end of the day on Monday. I'm like, cool. Probably not going to do videos on those. I really don't have a good enough setup to do toy videos right now. So I probably just won't do toy videos. I gotta stop. It's not my fault that I'm getting confused. Okay, this one wasn't like a trick attack. What about fire? Do you like fire? I didn't think so. What about quake? Hey, you really don't like that, do you? Piece of crap. I'm gonna cast Cure on myself while I'm here. Oh, I forgot to change the HP display. Oops. Alright, well, let's just use this last black magic charge. Change that in the options. Actually, I should probably also life indicate figure. There we go. 360 health. So I guess each of the smaller blocks was 50 health. That makes sense. Okay, well, I can't cast spells on them anymore, so I'm just going to use bombs because I can target both at once. I'm fairly sure I can't just kill them in one hit with my normal weapon. Or with the axe, at the least. I may as well try. Because I'm not going to be able to kill them in one hit with the bomb anyway. Yeah. At least this way I can also test any weaknesses that they may have. Well, they're not weak to any of my weapons. So that's good knowledge to have. This is kind of a last-minute thing, so now I'm making excuses for my lack of commentary. I was not prepared to do this today. This is off the cuff. And, it's mostly why I can't think of anything. I'll be going for like maybe 20 more minutes. Because I'm going to be doing stuff in Final Fantasy later with my friends. So that'll give me time to get ready for that. I should be able to take out this battlefield while I'm here. Or, yeah, I don't need to go into town. I can just cure myself again. Because you don't have any consequences for losing. No, I ended up just using my bomb anyway. Alright, so I don't like fighting these, I've found, because they can confuse you, and confusion is no fun. Cleaned them out. I just got some bonus XP for that. Libra Temple. This is Phoebe. Hi. It's hopeless, I give up. Here's frozen, people are sick, Grandpa's trapped. Heard of a man named Spencer. That's just our grandpa. I'm forcing you into my party. Oh, yeah. Okay. And yes, every time we do get a... That's another thing that's been pointed out in reviews and whatnot. Every time we do get a second member in our party, they are always higher level than us every time. I think that just gives us an advantage. Can't melt it until late. Wake water from the Spring of Life, but a monster from Wintry Cave stole the Libra Crest, which warps us from Libra Temple to the Life Temple. We have to get the whatchamacallit. What's so hard about saying Libra? Yeah, we're going to Wintry Cave. I mainly came here so I could rest. Oh, more heal potions. Excellent. Can we not rest here? Guess I just gotta find which one is the inn then. So I keep forgetting that inns are still like designated buildings. They're just not labeled as such. Oh. Boy, is my face red. Okay, yeah, now they're charging us. I think it was just the one in Foresta was just free. Because now the kid gloves are off. Now you actually gotta pay. So we got like, how many battlefields do we have before we can go to Wintry Cave? We got 3 battlefields we can do. I thought I saw some other ones up there though. Hold on. Yeah, up. Oh, can't go that way. That's right, that leads to the focus tower, I think. Right, well, 3 battlefields to do. Let's go. Oh, great. Hopefully Phoebe knows heal. I would like for Phoebe to know heal. What does Phoebe know, spell-wise? She has Thunder, which is a wizard spell. Fire, Cure, Heal, and Life. Okay. So getting poisoned is not going to be as big a deal. Alright, let's start trying out weaknesses. They don't have an explicit weakness to fire, or thunder, but it just seems to be, you know, powerful enough to kill in one hit. I already used that. Let's try bomb. Or not. They also aren't explicitly weak to sword or axe, or the claw, it seems. Maybe they were weak to claw. I don't know. I missed that. I'm gonna try bombs. They aren't weak to bombs, but it seems like a decent idea to use them anyway because they're multi-target. Did you use a heal potion out of our stock? Yeah, you did. You can use a heal spell. What do you need to be using the potions for? It's not like we can can't just easily get them now. I mean, yeah, there was that one chest that was in the forest that we would have had to beat that enemy every time. That would have been annoying. But now we know there are also just heal potions in Phoebe's house, so we can leave the town, go into Phoebe's house, get more heal potions whenever we need. So, yeah, I don't plan on really farming, but like I'll take advantage of it if we're in the area. Like I'll just, you know, grab it and go, but I'm not gonna go in and out of town. Maybe that's the strategy in the speedrun, I don't know. I also don't know what kind of goal I want to do for the speedrun. I looked on the speedrun.com board for any percent, and the times seem to run the gamut from like an hour 50 minutes to like 4 hours or so. And I think the ones that got like 4-hour times were just like ones that were doing it here and there for fun. I mean, I don't plan on like trying for any world records or anything like that, because I know that I'm not going to be good enough for that. But I'm just kind of looking on there, seeing what kind of time I want to go for. I'm afraid if I try to go for, because there's a huge RNG heavy part near the end. That can add a lot of time on. And I think that if I try to go for sub 2 hours, I think the sub 2 hours is only if you really don't have a lot of... If you don't have a lot of bad RNG. I don't know, I don't feel like I'm worthy enough to use the terms yet. But, I don't know, maybe sub 230. It might be a good goal to go toward. I'll have to just get a baseline and see what I'm capable of normally. Once I've learned, but, you know, who knows. I think tentatively I think tentatively 230 looks to be a good, like, easy time to try for. I'm not trying to do it for, like, times just because they're easy, but, like, something that I might be capable of. Maybe 215. But again, I'll get a baseline and see what to do. Alright, that's that battlefield. We got some bonus money. Let's go rest up and get some more heal potions before we move on to the next battlefield here. Then use a good chunk of that money we just got for resting at the inn. And I think there's other houses we can go to here, but they really don't matter all that much. Or maybe there's a store. I'll check to see if there's a store. Because there are stores that you can buy, like certain helmets and stuff are gotten through stores. I'll check to see what there is. Why not? Okay. We can't go out the waterfall. We'll go around. Before we go into the ice here, let's just see what's up here. Are you a store or something? Don't blow up bombs in this lady's house. Yeah, there we go. Buying a steel helmet. I think down here is actually a warp point. Yeah. So we might be using that later. I've only used like the warp points here and there. I'm really not sure how well they work. it's been quite a long time since I've last played, like maybe like 4 or 5 years, so I don't remember a lot of the finer details. I just remember that the game is nice, easy, chill playthrough, and also features some stupid RNG parts near the end. I mean, not counting that drunk run thing that I did. I mean, actually, the actual full playthrough. The last one I did was... yeah, I want to say 5 or 6 years ago. I was thinking about the speedrunning stuff as made me think about trying to move to Twitch again. There was just a lot... like, after that one time we streamed on Twitch when we played Death Stranding, like, a few years ago, there was, like, stuff... there was, like, a lot of stuff really going against me on that. Because I was going to wait until I had more equipment, and that never really happened. And then we just kind of like went back to doing this. Part of me does kind of want to go back to Twitch again and just like not worry about things, because again, we went into Twitch trying to play the algorithm to become popular, but basically I was playing Death Stranding on the tail end of its surge in popularity, so considering that A, it was oversaturated with people playing Death Stranding, and B, people were starting to kind of get away from Death Stranding at that point. That's why nobody came to the stream. But, yeah, it's whatever. I think it's going to be better for me to go into it, you know, again without that kind of mindset, because I'm no longer at a point where I can see myself making a living off of this. Like, even if I was popular enough to make a living off of this, I doubt that I would be able to really support myself with that kind of income. And I have a really good job right now with a really good pay, and I can support you know, kind of, you know, working with my brothers to support the whole apartment here, but, you know, I'm in a very good place right now with my current employment, so I'm not gonna worry about trying to look at Twitch as a main source of income. So I'm gonna feel a lot more comfortable not worrying about getting partner or anything like that and just doing what I want to do. And I think that since I'm, you know, hanging out with people who are on Twitch all the time, that, you know, maybe they'll come by and see it. Who knows? All I've really diverged about my YouTube stuff with the people I interact with in the Twitch communities is that I'm on YouTube and I do put videos up, but like, I'm not very popular. Like, I was actually... I think I may have been getting like some sort of jump in subscribers lately. Because, like, I checked one day and I was up at like 239 out of nowhere or something, some number like that. It was over 200. Thank you, by the way. But I'm like, where did those numbers come from? I've got a magic ring. Because last I checked, I was like I was still like hovering somewhere above 100. And I had been for like the last 8 years. Well, more than that. Well, less time than that. Oh yeah, I don't remember exactly when I got up to... I remember around the time I got up to 50. I remember that being a big deal to me. People don't really do milestone, like subscription milestones anymore on YouTube. And that's kind of like the old way of doing things that's been phased out by this point. That's fine, time marches on, but, you know, I'm still more or less doing things the way I did when I started. Mainly due to the fact that this is all I know. I never really grew, and I think that that's, as far as what my way of doing things, I think that might be one of my big problems, is that, I don't know where the weaknesses are. Because, like, even, like, before, like, the algorithm became, like, the be-all, end-all of what made you big on YouTube. Like, I had, like, a surge in views and stuff when I was doing Baldur's Gate, because I had other people pointing me out who found me, which was great. But then, like, after the virus hit and I went on my first big hiatus, then that kind of was, like, the beginning of the end. And I was just, like, stagnant for 7 years because I didn't know what I was doing wrong. But it's also because I'm very bad at making a presence for myself. Like, I don't troll around on the social medias. Like, I have a Facebook page, but I don't use it for anything. And it's a personal Facebook page. It's not like I have a Captain Floofer's Facebook page. It's my, personal Facebook page with my name on it. And, no, I'm not telling you what my full name is, for one thing. How dare you. And, I only use that Facebook account for talking with Greg over Messenger. If Greg was able to get to a point where, we just did everything on Discord, then I wouldn't even have that Facebook account anymore. I would just, like, delete it. Like how when you're blind, you're just turned around. You're not actually blinded. Alright, I'm gonna... No, I don't know. We're fine, we're fine. I was gonna go back and rest and get some more heal potions, but I think we're okay. But again, this is just like, while things have, with the way I do things have evolved, it really isn't much. And by the time the almighty algorithm started dictating everything, it was too late. And here we are now. And they have similar stuff on Twitch, and I realize that. But again, this is just for fun for me now. I don't know. Maybe it just stemmed from the fact that I never really was, begging for. I mean, I am an attention whore at heart. I'll admit it. And I always get distraught when people don't pay attention to the stuff I put out. But it's my own damn fault for not knowing how to, put myself out there, because I also have a lot of anxiety with situations like that. So it's a very conflicting thing where I don't want to put myself out there, but then I get upset when people don't pay attention to me. And that's a personal problem that I've been, I don't want to say I've been dealing with it, because it's really not that big of a deal. Because I don't want to trivialize people who have real problems. I mean, I'm fairly sure that there's something psychologically up with me. I'm just I never give myself the time to see a doctor about it. Maybe I'm an undiagnosed something or other. It really doesn't matter. I don't, in my daily life, it's not something that I find is too much of a detriment. I've had my current job and have been able to hold on to my current job for 7 years, so I must be doing something right. So while I do get depressed every once in a while, it's always something that passes, and I end up okay in the long run, so it's whatever. But even though I've been this kind of again an attention whore at heart, I've never really been one to to do like the e-bigging thing, like asking people to do the like, comment, and subscribe thing. I never did that outside of jest. You know, I've always been of the. I mean, I don't want to, manipulate people into necessarily getting what I want out of this. You know, I'm not one who like interrupts their fucking video to tell people, hey, such and such amount of people who watch my videos don't subscribe. I've always been of the mind, and I have been of the mind since the beginning, of if you want to subscribe, then do so. If this is stuff that you like to watch, then subscribe if you feel the need to. If you don't want to subscribe, then don't subscribe. If you don't want to like the video, then don't like the video. You know, I'm not gonna lose sleep, over people not clicking the bell for notifications. And even when I did have, comments available before the whole thing that I'm fairly sure isn't a thing anymore, but I'm still very paranoid, but with Culpa and everything. Yeah, remember when that was a big worry for everybody? People got over that quick, except for me, because I just know the moment that I start ignoring that, I'm going to be the one who gets tagged with all the fines. No, thank you. But, it's like, if you want to engage, then engage. I'm not going to force you to do that. I'm just here playing a video game and putting it up on the internet for people to enjoy. And that's all I got to really... That's really all there is to it. And if you don't enjoy it and it's not your thing, then... sorry I couldn't, provide what you were looking for, but... That's how you feel about it, and I'm not going to change. I'm not going to try to say that there's something wrong with you. You just have a different opinion on things, and that's all that there is to it. But I think this is a good stopping point for me for right now. I could probably go for like 10 more minutes just for the sake of chopping this up into different parts. But if I decide to continue with this, and I really do want to, but you know how I am with things. I'm just gonna go ahead and save the game here. And when we come back, we're gonna go ahead into the Wintry Cave to get the Libra sigil or whatever for the teleporting stuff. So until then, I've been Captain Floofers, and I'll be here next time. Join me, won't you?